Today was my husband's family reunion, and we went to the park, and it was nice. It was good to see everybody. They don't know me very well yet, but we've only been married for a year, and it was just nice to be out. We got to enjoy the flowers, and we took a little microdose with our supplements this morning, which I may have dosed it a little high because we were definitely feeling it at the family reunion. But, that was a blessing too. It was really nice to be able to be one with the flowers and the bees and Mother Earth and have our journey happening at the same time. I never had family reunions, really. My mother was a single mom, and her and my dad met in upstate New York where they grew up, but they moved to Florida to have me and my brother. So I didn't have really much family around growing up. So it's been an interesting journey the past 42 years of my life. But, it's blessed nonetheless. We all incarnate for different tests and things along the way. And, now I'm 42 and my mother and father are both passed away. And it's just me. I miss my family terribly and deeply, but I've been been away for a while. I left Florida back in 2010, 2011. And, I moved out to California, lived out there for 11, 12 years. And now I'm here in Spokane, Washington after so many other adventures along the way in this life. It doesn't always feel like it sometimes. Sometimes I just wish I had a home. I wish I had a family. I wish I had a place to root myself, some land to love and plant seeds on, grow my garden. But I realize that God needs me to be certain places at certain times, and that I am here for God first. My whole life is a surrender. So, I'm just trusting the process, staying grateful and present with all of the energies that are around me and inside of me. I always find beautiful souls wherever I go. Usually, anyways. I think that trauma stuff we went through last year, the insane shit in Oklahoma, was really hard for me. You know, it's gonna be in my book when I write my book. I have to tell my story because it's crazy. It's crazy what we've been through. But we've been in our healing, and you know, any reason or excuse to be with God is all for my highest good. So, you know, even for that, I remain grateful. For if it weren't for the darkness I've gone through, I wouldn't be able to embody so much light. I brought my angel tuning forks. This one's 4160. 4225. $40.96. So they're super high frequency. And I think that's why they call them angel tuning forks. Okay, that fell out. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. So that's some good advice. They want me to get grounded, get my feet on the earth, feel these energies through my feet. All nature is healing and communicative with us. The spirits, the angels, the trees, all animals, birds, bees. I've been thinking about soul mission and how we can find higher alignment with it, you know, and the answer is always to have land. I get this card a lot. Boundaries. My guides and my ancestors are very protective of me, and because we are so connected and powerful, we attract a lot of different people into our lives, a lot of different energies or entities. So boundaries are a must when you are an extremely sensitive empath, like I am. And I have a huge heart, so, you know, we've been through a lot of pain in our lives and been disappointed by people in our lives, people who've done us dirty. So we learn discernment and practice boundaries so that we don't have to repeat trauma cycles and give the devil access to our energy. Leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. Which goes on what I was saying. We need some land to build our dreams on. But also, I'm leaping every day. I'm taking chances. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. I'm speaking my truth. I'm making content. I'm talking to people. I'm staying in my high vibration and living my life, walking in my purpose, speaking my truth, being what God created me to be. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future, which is what we are doing in the quantum realm. We've all been subjected to programming, lies, manipulation through the media, through religious institutions, through so many different ways that the devil has chained us and tried to hold us down. But, you know, a high vibration and a connection with source will help us to heal anything, and that we can recode our programming with the truth, with higher vibrations, with our soul, our highest self, and overwrite any false programming that we were subjected to without our consent. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. It's beautiful. It's like coming out of the cave, a portal into another dimension, out of darkness into light, breaking through the illusion of separation and remembering the truth. Wow, this is beautiful. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. God, I feel that today. My heart chakra expansion. You know, I feel stretched. It's deep. Something ancient. The portal is open. And it's just up to us to walk through. Yes. The age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. We are ready. God's worked hard on us. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. This is pretty. So I think I'll pull a card from my goddess tarot deck. And this was my first deck. First deck I ever had. And it was a gift. Right. X. But oh. King of Staves. A lot of times I do 3 card pulls. 7 of Cups. Three of Spades. And the King of Swords. Okay, one more for the Soul Family Collective. Got the Two of Staves and the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like I could take a nap out here. I might seem a little sleepy today, huh? See if my tea is cool enough to drink. My eyes have been watering today too, so I think that's part of it. The microdose kind of made my eyes water. So it's a good thing I didn't wear any liquid liner today. I've been feeling a little heavy of heart because I love my husband so much. And, you know, I feel like we said some things that really hurt each other. And I think that I don't really know what to do right now. You know, it's not that I don't love him, but there have been signs for a long time. Maybe some things that I haven't wanted to see. Yes. Dance with life. Do something to charge your energy. All right. I will get up and I will do some dancing. So my crystals I got today are my labradorite. And that's a very powerful stone, especially for dreams and your third eye chakra. This is citrine for manifesting abundance, money, wealth. And my selenite wand, which is extremely high frequency and it is cleansing. So it will help charge and cleanse other crystals. All right. I brought my hula hoop too. Yeah, I think I'll break it out. take it out for a spin. Ah! Yeah. Well, knock my bike over. You know, sometimes I just don't want to be all alone in this world. You know, like being someone who doesn't have kids, doesn't have parents living, and doesn't have much family or anyone around. All I have is my husband. And if I have to leave him, that scares me because what else do I have? And then I say that and I know that I have everything. I'm infinity. I have everything. I have all the love in this universe. God made me special. And I know I'm not alone in this world. We really don't want to waste our gifts. And I think that's a thing that we have when we awaken and we tap into our superpowers as empaths. We feel like, oh my God, I've been sitting on these superpowers all my life. All the things I could have done and all the potential that I could be using and doing more with it. But I think that's also kind of a lie we tell ourselves, because we are always doing exactly what we need to be doing with our gifts, because we are multidimensional. We're not just here in the physical. We're learning, we're studying, we're observing reality, we're downloading, integrating those downloads, and talking to our guides, to our angels, receiving divine guidance from the universe for soul mission. And we know that God's been preparing us for something really big. So really, we're just learning patience in the process. And but, you know, I think about that sometimes. I think about that when I'm at home when I'm in the RV with Kevin. I don't want to call that home, you know, but the place where we are currently eating, sleeping. And then I realize, you know, that I'm not with my soul family. And it just makes me feel sad because, you know, we've all got so much. We're so abundant in our blessings and in our gifts, and we love each other. Yet, you know, here we are still being caught in this life and in these loops and things that but I just surrender to the flow, and you know, I know that what's meant to be will be, and I don't try to hold on to it. I let myself feel it, then I heal it, and I let go. Maybe I'll do some more hula hooping later. I like to do it with music. I kind of feel sleepy today, and maybe my body's just telling me to rest. Also, there's been mosquitoes in the RV, and they've been chewing me up. And you know, they chewed up my face in my sleep past couple of nights, and I got bumps everywhere, and it really hurts. My skin literally hurts. And I'm trying not to scratch them, you know. But I feel like it's a spiritual attack. How bad they have attacked me and attacked my face. Like, mosquitoes are parasites. Probably not natural to God, but you know, who knows? I know Bill Gates has got mosquito labs, which, you know, for a comic book supervillain seems natural, you know. They do all this stuff and then set mosquitoes out into the wild with West Nile or whatever, who knows, you know. I don't know what they do, so don't quote me on it, but do your own research if you feel called to do so. It's laughable that people are still waiting for arrests, and I don't think that the government is waiting on the government to solve the government's problems seems rather counterintuitive to me. I think that if the government's going to do something, they probably would have at least released the list of the pedophiles by now, or, there haven't been any arrests, nothing, just silence. Acting like we're going to just move on and forget about it. Try to distract us, keep us distracted so that they can keep getting away with their crimes against humanity. Because, hey, it's worked for them this far, But whatever. Because through the darkness, there is light. The rabbit hole is deep, but the light of God shines through it. There is light on the other side. And once you go through and you look back, you realize that the darkness was necessary for us to go through. If it weren't for everything that we felt and all of the suffering that we felt and the weight that we carried, being awake in a world where most are asleep, how heavy that was on us and how heavy that still is on us sometimes. But the beautiful thing is we can just surrender it to God and do our best to shine our light and to maintain our frequency and love and guide and help others along the way. Because the amount of evil that humanity has suffered is beyond what the human brain can really comprehend in one dose. And I think that's another reason why this has dragged on for so long. But everything is changing, and those who are not in the know yet, they're going to find out. Even at times in my life where I was not awakened, I still sensed that things were really off about this world. I still felt this weight, and I still carried it. I remember when I was a nonprofit fundraiser, I would go out to work and try to talk to people and have conversations and inspire people to sign up and become members of our nonprofit and tell them about the wonderful things that we're doing to make the world a better place, to help people, help animals, to help the environment. And for every person that was apathetic and didn't care, I made it a point to care twice as much. Because if they're not going to carry their weight, then I'll just got to work harder, do more, care more. So much weight that we carry, the weight of the world, and the pressure of that is what forms us into diamonds. And as much as I've gone through in my life, I made it a point to love deeper, to love more, to care more, because I knew others weren't carrying their weight.
Yeah.
And
Lighter by any chance?
oh, sorry, I don't smoke. Have a good day. So it all worked out for my best growth, for my best healing, just as it was always meant to. And now I've learned a lot, and I've gained a lot of strength in the struggle. But now God has me really learning how to surrender rather than struggle. So that's a paradigm shift for me in my life, is that I'm just fully present and here to be a light, to be a friend, to be a way shower, to be an angel. God has been guiding me, channeling through me, using me as a vessel to help others. And the more I surrender and the more I let go, the higher I rise. And I don't have the same chains on me anymore. I'm free. We broke loose. And I have total love and trust for the universe, for everything in my life has shown me that even through the scariest times, that God has bent over backwards to show me miracles. And we faced our fears head on, and we literally got miracles from God in doing so. And that is priceless. It's something money can't buy. is to know that Source loves you and that God is on top of everything. In a million ways, God is all around us, telling us that we are loved. And so many don't get to know that or experience what it's like to fully take that leap and to fall and let God catch you. And we have to fall in order to fly. It's like, it makes me think of the movie City of Angels, where, except he had to fall to become human. He was already an angel, so he had to fall to become human. But, you know, humans have to fall to become angels, too. And most people don't even realize how much the holographic simulation of this earth is working out for us, because most people stay in their comfort zones and don't really test the boundaries or take risks in order to find out and really understand and be able to perceive God. So our courage is always rewarded. Our courage is seen by God. That's why it says in the Bible something like 350 times or something, not to fear. And that is completely true. The fear is an illusion. It's a liar. It's the devil trying to keep us from our blessings. Because on the other side of our fear is miracles, God's most profound blessings. And if we really go within, understand ourselves, find the root of our fears, and overcome them, we get rewards for it. And then we transmute that fear into light. And then the devil can't use it to block us from our blessings anymore. I love watching the dragonflies. Just, they're warriors. They are like real dragons. I like having these park channelings and coming out and just being in my natural flow state. Letting what wants to channel, but not forcing myself to be anything that I don't feel is natural to me at the moment. It was not much of a hula hoop session, but I think I just had it on my bike because I didn't feel like taking it off. And I thought, well, you know, I might use it. So there's something really heavy in my heart. And I thought maybe it would come up. And that's why I felt like I needed to get out and come to the park and pray and channel a video, record something. I was thinking that I might purge something emotionally and release. There's so much inside that wants to come up, but sometimes I feel like it's too exhausting. So I just kind of coast through it, and I see it for what it is. I recognize it, and I trust the process. And, you know, I send myself love and healing, and continue to nurture myself and not pressure myself, because this isn't about performance. It's not anything I want to force to come out. You know, if it happens, then it happens. But in the meantime, I need some good news. I need some good news in my life. I'll tell you that. I don't know what's coming, and, you know, but I feel like God is really working hard behind the scenes on my behalf. And I don't even know what God is doing, but I can feel it. I feel it. And whatever it is, I think it's gonna be a breakthrough. And my life is about to change. And I'm ready for that. I know that God has worked so hard on me, and that I've worked so hard with God. It is preparation for what I'm not entirely sure. But I know that I'm a leader, not a follower. I know that I'm going to be authentic no matter what. I'm not human. I don't pretend to be. That illusion has been gone for quite some time. I know I'm a soul. And I am multidimensionally plugged in to universal energies and all of eternity. I'm non-linear. um, we are just grateful for another day, another opportunity to do good in this world and to do better and grow. I don't have to overthink anymore. All I have to do is trust. And I know that is the lesson, that is the test. I always wanted to be a mother, and my soul is a mother, a very ancient mother at that. And I would still love to have kids. I'm 42 now, and my husband wants to have kids. And I think that was one of the reasons why we got married. He's 55, I'm 42. And we have so much in common, and so many, we've both lived hard lives, and we found God, and we've been through some stuff. And we both wanted to be parents. But that hasn't happened for us yet in the first year of our marriage. Though we haven't been trying the last few months. I kind of needed to take a break from that and really reassess. I would feel much better if we had a home. I would feel much better if this world was in a better state right now. Even though I trust God and I know that the great awakening, great remembering is happening. You know, I've gotta feel like I can provide a good life for my kids. So, you know, we're trying our best. I worked so hard. I put in a lot of energy and prayer into my soul mission and what I'm manifesting for New Earth and the healing that I do is beyond what you can see in the physical. We are working in many realms to power the shift. So I don't want to give up on being a mother. I don't want to give up on saving the world. I want to do it all. And I don't want to limit myself. And I think that I don't have to. I don't know how, but God's going to make a way. As long as I continue to shine my light, speak my truth, do my best. And I think it's a lot closer than I think it is. And for so long, it's felt like such a distant dream. But the anticipation is thick. The dam is about to burst. I feel the surmounting pressure of it all. And well, anyway, I love how God always blows my mind and finds a million ways to do that. So even if I try to figure it out or play guessing games, God's still gonna exceed my wildest dreams. So I'm just gonna relax, be me, stay in my frequency, and have God continue to blow my mind. In so many ways. Well, I invite you to reach out with me. Tell me what you're working on for New Earth, for this paradigm shift. If you've been planning, if you've got a mission, we gotta really find each other. Chosen ones have signed up for quite a mission in this life. And I want to do the best I can with the time that I have. I'm an eternal soul, but this vessel, you know, I'm already 42 years in, you know. So I want to do my best. Be as healthy as I can, vibrate as high as I can, help as many as I can, channel, always be my highest self, always be in my healing and help others to be in their healing too. Oh, okay. No. Well, thank you for joining me for this afternoon at the park. And, you know, I've got a lot of ideas and things written down in my notebook. And I want to continue to manifest it and shine my light. If you could please pray for me and my family, it would mean a lot to me. Say, I love my husband and I don't want to give up on our marriage. But I will if I have to. If God tells me that I can't hold on anymore, then I'm gonna surrender. But you know, I believe in miracles, and I believe that he's a good man. He loves me, and he's not perfect, and he's not always healed, and sometimes his vibes stink, really stink, and sometimes I can't stand him. But I don't think there is a perfect marriage. And I kind of feel like I'm in limbo right now because I don't know The future seems so uncertain because I can't see it. It hasn't happened yet. But where I'm at right now feels like it's not where I'm meant to stay forever either. Like I've outgrown this. So that is surrendering to God. That is having total love and total trust in my heart. Being present in life as this gift unfolds. I think I'm exactly where God wants me to be. So, okay, beautiful souls, thank you for joining me, and I love you. Don't worry about what we can't control. Let's just do our best and be present and let God steer this. Let God work these miracles. And we'll know what to do, when to do it. The path of the least resistance is to surrender and trust. And we'll get there faster than we ever would have if we tried to force it. You know, that's the beauty of 5D. Is trusting that this is all for us. No matter how it may look, no matter what our fears say, the truth is love. So, the great alchemy and the real treasure from God is our souls. And that's what we're awakening to. It's us. And that's bigger and more beautiful than what we ever imagined back when we thought we were human. Eternal gratitude. All right. I love you and God bless you. Links to support Infinity Rising are below. We've got big dreams and ambitions, and we really wish to create a way of life and a way of living that is high vibrational and supports and nurtures us in our healing and in our frequency. So however you can help make that happen, whether you pray for us, you like, share, comment, subscribe, donate, God bless you, and I thank you in advance. And my email's in the link tree, so reach out. And that's a wrap. I love you, and I'll be with you again soon. Namaste to you, beautiful soul, warrior of God. God bless.